Okay, are you ready for the next problem? So we have an octagonal pyramid. In the octagonal pyramid, it says that the height is 60 millimeters, and one side of the octagon measures 13 millimeters. So therefore, here's how we're gonna solve for the surface area and volume of the octagonal pyramid. The first thing we need to do is to get the area of the base, because we can't do anything unless we get the area of the base. So we have an octagonal base, and getting the perimeter, the area of a regular octagon is very easy, diba? We just follow the formula as follows. We have 1/2 times the apothem, then 1/2 times the apothem, and then multiplied with the apothem, and then times the perimeter of the figure. The perimeter of the figure is 13 times 8, which is 184. Tama? 104. And then we have the, 1/2. But the apothem we do not know. However, this is what I've drawn so far. Ito na talaga yung sinabi ko sa'yo. Ito yung ginawa ko. Diba remember, this is our regular octagon. So we know that every angle must measure 135 degrees. Tama? But we're talking about the central angle. The central angle measures 360 degrees. To get the apothem, first we need to get the central angle. And we know that the central angle forms a full rotation of a full circle, which is 360 degrees. And then divide that by 8, by the number of angles that this polygon has. And since it's a regular octagon, it's 8. So 360 divided by 8, we get 45. Tama? And then we have 45. We slice it into triangles. So you have 45, and then this one, remember this part into half. 135 divided by 2, which is 67.5. So ganito kasi yun. 67. So therefore, this is 135 divided by 2. Divide by 2. We should get 67.5. Then we put this one. We should get 180. So yun. Now back to the problem. So as you can see, ganito yung formula na ginawa ko. Now we got 67.5. And then this one here, because we have a right angle here, this is supposed to be 22.5. Now we want to get the apothem. We need to play the game called SOHCAHTOA. Remember, and this is what we did. We got one right triangle right here. And this is how I worked on. So remember, this is 67.5. And then remember, this is 13 mm. Dividing the two, we get 6.5 millimeters. So what we need to do is to get this side. So if we have 22.5, we're looking for the adjacent. If we use 67.5, we're using the opposite. So ganito yung ginawa ko. Now going back to the formula of sine, cosines, we have this. So we have the sine. If you want to look for the opposite, this is adjacent, diba? So sine of 67.5 is equivalent to the opposite over 6.5. Tama? So therefore, sine of 67.5 times 6.5. We should get 6. Teka. Bakit ganito yun? Wait lang, I'll fix the problem. Listen to music first. I'm sorry to tell you that this was wrong because we are supposed to be using the tangent formula. Tangent pala to. Alam mo bakit tangent? Kasi nga, di ba remember, we don't need the hypotenuse. Kasi nga, according to our three functions, we are given the hypotenuse, we are given sine, cosine, and tangent. But we are working on adjacent over the opposite. That's why we're doing tangent. So tangent of 67.5, so TOA, tangent of 67.5 is equivalent to the opposite over adjacent, which is 6.5. So therefore, we multiply them on both sides. So therefore, it's tan of 67.5 times 6.5. So yun. If we are going to do the other way around, diba, like for example, ito yung tangent namin, we're looking for this one. So this adjacent and this is the opposite. So therefore, we have to multiply both sides by a. So therefore, it's going to be ganito yun. Let me write it for you. Hey, where's my pen? Ayan. So it's going to be like this. Diba, remember tan of 22.5. Diba, remember ito yun, 22.5. So let's say for example, this is not given. Ito yung adjacent, diba? Is equivalent to 6.5 over the adjacent. So you have to multiply this by both sides. So therefore, the answer is got to be 6.5 divided by the tangent of, what's the value of the tangent? Tangent of 22.5. Tama, we should still get the same answer din. And the answer is 15.7. So tama, ang height namin ay, or our bottom is 15.69. Actually, the height is 15.69. Or we can just simply round off to 15.7. Para mas madali, we do it 15.7 na lang para hindi tayo mahirapan. So yan. So 15.7 is the height, okay? Or which we call the bottom. So therefore, to get the area of the base, ito na yung ginawa namin. Diba? Remember, to get the area of the base, we did this, 'di ba? Ito yung base namin, 'di ba? Nasaan yung base? Yan, we did the product of multiplying 1/2. 1/2 times 15.629 something, and then times 13 times 8, which is the perimeter. So that's how you get the area of the base. And the area is 816.004 square millimeters. Yan, so that's the area. So that's the area of the base. But remember, we are talking about surface area, and when we talk about surface area, we need to get the area of all the faces. But to be honest, in an octagonal prism, we should have 9 faces all in all. 9. Because remember, there's one base and then there are 8 faces that are congruent. Don't worry about the other 8 faces because they're all congruent. So there's a shortcut to it. So we just have to get the area of one triangle and then multiply it with 8 so that we can get our answer. So how do we get the area of the triangle? Remember, we are given the height, the literal height, but we want to get the slant height. To get the slant height, ito yung ginawa namin. We play Pythagorean theorem, just like so. So yan, ito yung Pythagorean theorem na ginawa ko. This is the height, this is the apothem. And then what we did, I moved down here, and then I square it. Ito yung ginawa ko, square. Summation of the two bases, just like what I did. And then this one is square root na namin. So we take the square root, so therefore the answer is 62.01. So therefore, the slant height is 62. Okay? Ito na yung height ng triangle. Now, when we go back here, we're supposed to do base times height. So this is what I did here. Base times height. The base is 13. Then times the height, which is 62. Ito yun. Kaya may dollar sign dahil inilock na namin. And then divide by 2. Because it's a triangle, diba? So yan. And then we did this all together. So yun. We still get the same. Then the last thing we did is we summed everything up. Sinasum tayo lahat yung mga sagot para we can get the surface area of 4,040.940,803 square millimeters. And that is the surface area of the octagonal prism. Pyramid pala. Very easy, di ba? Mas madali lang to. So therefore, you have no problem with this one. Last but not least, before we wrap this up, I want to show you how to solve for the volume of the octagonal pyramid. To solve for the volume of the octagonal pyramid, it's very easy. Remember the area of the base that we got a while ago? you're gonna have to multiply it with the height and then divide it by 3. Madali lang yan. And therefore, the answer is this. We have B25. We got the base, which is here. Here have the base. Then times 60, which is the height. Then divide by 3, or times 20 to give you 16,320.0836 cubic millimeters. And if you want to convert that to cubic centimeters, you will have to divide it by 1,000. Okay? Doing this so will give you, listen to music. Doing this so, remember, 1 cubic cm is worth 1,000 cubic millimeters. And then once you divide that, you're going to get this. Then we're gonna have to divide, move the decimal place 3 places to the right or left, we should get 16.32. So therefore, the volume is 16.32 cubic cm or 16.32 milliliters. If you want to convert that to liters, you can simply move the decimal point 3 places to the left. So 16.32 divide by 1,000. And we should have 0.01632 ml or liters. And that's the end of our problem. Thank you for watching this video and God bless sa pag-aaral.